un largo viaje, pero... Y algo difícil de terminar, la verdad. El juego empezó muy bien y fue bajando poco a poco. Ya tiene mucho tiempo sin control, tengo que mandarlo a arreglar.
You know what I
Oh,
miss?
bueno.
Flashberries.
Oh, I loved those as a child. The gifted
La
magpie used to
última
make a
misión ya.
delicious flashberry jam.
Ooh, sweet and a little tangy, with a nice snap when you bite down. Huh. A little spicy
Déjeme
burn
checar
if you
las
leave the
últimas
seeds in.
cosas.
Oh, that's it. Now I'm hungry again. And I would kill for a flashberry.
My guess is most of the vines were destroyed in the fires.
Ah,
The berries will return.
cerca,
Either nature will bring
mira.
them back, or I will.
If Ludwig killed all the flashberries, I will be very angry with her.
How knowledgeable are you about boat maintenance?
I
Bueno.
know enough to patch a hole or mend a sail.
A
Why you
darle.
ask?
Well, I was thinking about it.
Aquí
The
está.
weather.
So, this
Vamos a
is
ver.
it. The spiritual epicenter of the living lands. Where it all began, and where it all ends. For so long I have looked out on a horizon full of possibilities. Now that it's here, I'm too scared to breathe. Ah, why am I so anxious?
Tranquila, todo va a estar bien. Dímelo
I
tú.
think that I'm juggling so many variables that it's impossible to focus on even one. Do you remember when Manto Pastor sent you after the heart of an Adragan?
Ah,
If only it were that easy. We are standing in the
Vamos,
beating
vamos,
heart of
se
the
puede,
living
hombre.
lands. Just imagine what we can do with it.
lo que... No.
And only one chance to get it right. My
Así
parents were
es.
going to build a better world for Animancers. That dream was their legacy to me. You and I have come farther than they did. To an impossible place where anything can happen. Anything.
Te digo que me siento como el psicólogo de todo mi grupo. Te voy a empezar a cobrar por tratarlos y darles consejos. Pero pues bueno, alguien tiene que hacerlo, ¿no?
Of course you are. I don't know what's going to happen, but you've had my back since the beginning. I won't forget it. Well, that depends. I know a few spooky stories about the living lands.
Okay. But if something goes bump in the night, I'm waking you up.
Let me think of a good one. Which do you want to hear first? I know one about a ranger's dream, one about a...
Pues,
One sunny
¿no el
day,
explorador? Soy
a
un
ranger
explorador.
took a nap in the woods of Emerald Stair. He awoke to a forest of dead trees. After getting his bearings, he walked in the direction of Fior Messivernal. In its place was the most beautiful garden. Hills enchanted by this vision. He bent to pick a rose. Then, a voice filled his head, shouting, "Go now, before the..." He awoke in his own bed. A wilted rose clutched in his two-fingered hand.
Ay, qué vivido sueño.
It's nonsense, of course, but that's why I like it.
Sí, sí. Excelente. Es lo que quería ver si tenía audio otra vez. Listo.
Who could rest at a time like this?
No, muchachos. A darle. Ya tenemos a la pari. ¿Tengo puntos? Tengo uno. Vamos a... Vamos a meterlo en la salud.
Looks like we'll have to find another way through.
No, el camino es obligado. Uf. Listo. Yo estoy convencido que esas ratillas fueron las que expandieron toda la infección. Son como las ratas de... Como las ratas de Resident Evil. Yeah. Y todo por darle clic sin leer, ya me... Ahí sale la advertencia que después de este punto ya no puedes regresar. Creo que decía eso, no estoy seguro. Carpeta.
Time was here. Oh, was
Empezaron. Si veo muy difícil este show, voy a cambiar volver a mi antiguo juego que era con escudo. Primero, ahora cielo. Caray. Ni idea cuándo llegó este men. Ven. Ven, otro Yogi, ven. Para atrás. Vamos. Todo filoso con esa cosa.
Check your right.
A la derecha. Forme. Espérense. Listo. Hola. Vámonos. vamos a ver. Quiero acomodar la gente. Quiero acomodar el video, pero no puedo. Está bien. Vamos pues, sigamos.
I think this is the only way down. After you.
Claro que sí. Como en Veracruz. Oh. Mira. Ah. Debo poder pisar de alguna forma o algo. Entonces, sí, ahí está. Arriba. Ah, qué bueno que me traje las magas.
What? Like it's hard?
No, espero no haber derribado muchos de estos. Arriba. Rápido. Santuario impío. Ah. A ver. Ah. Creo que es la misma armadura que traían los de la... en las visiones. Y debe haber una manera. Pero que me ladra. No sé porque creo que Marius. Sí.
When you find
Pasó,
Sabado, I hope you
Calamardo.
tell him how much I love what they've... And you've got to enjoy it where you can find it.
Sí, sí.
Besides, as divine prisons go, I can imagine much worse. And Sapadal definitely isn't docile. Not from what we... Uh-huh. I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tea. Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. I hope you're right, because... You know, if Sapadal were only a smuggler, assassin, or bandit, but knowing they could end us all with a temper tantrum, I guess we've all got our limits.
Así es.
And I don't envy you having to deal with a loose cannon, but I envy even less the mess you're going to have if... Lucky thing your emperor sent his best representative as his envoy, right? You'll have your work cut out for you. The Steel Garrote leveled, even if Animancers aren't the most popular bunch. And yeah, I know that's on the Steel Garrote, but it's not long. Not when Heelguard banned the practice in Paris.
Vamos.
Oh, I wish. Ringram may have unleashed some powerful magic against the Dream Scourge. It doesn't look good for your people. Not when Ludwig was also in the region. And then there's Sop, the oldest continuously inhabited stronghold in the living land, now reduced to... Hey, I know you did it for the right reason. Fairly or not, a lot. And if I had to guess, I don't think Heelguard's been helping matters well. If and when we get out of here, we're walking into a powder keg. I admire your principles. Look, I've been there. I fought for Rauatai's interest in the Deadlock and lost my stomach for it eventually. But I will tell you now, I never could have fought my own brothers and sisters. I hope that's not what it comes down to. But I don't mean to burden you. It's late, and you've still... Just know that whatever you choose, I'll fight alongside you.
Eso es todo, Calamardo. Eso es todo.
Anytime. Good night, on.
Would you like some ice, darling?
I'm not drinking anything.
Well, I remember hearing an
Creo
old
que lo
wives'
que voy a
tale that when
hacer
you're on the
es que
verge
voy a
of
regresar
panic,
a
you
mi
hold some
viejo
ice.
modo de pelea. Porque si es como con los jefes, creo que voy a necesitar todo lo que pueda. Pero válgame, no tengo mi escudo.
It gives you something to focus on. Okay.
No, pues sí, aquí lo puedo dejar.
I can magically whip
No.
Whip up some
Ahí está.
for you if ever.
No.
Right. No thanks.
No. Ah, ya. Ay, pensé que lo había vendido. Ya. No puede ser.
Nope. No need to bite my head off, darling. I'm only
Sol y luna. Ese es de leyenda. Excelente. Bajar de nivel. Ay, no. Bueno, este y este también.
trying to
Ahí
help.
está.
Gods. Listen, I'm having a rough day and my porridge isn't sitting very well.
Vamos a ver qué.
What do you need? Let's make the only one we haven't. I don't know.
Muy bien.
She's not so bad. I mean, she's loud. She keeps staying, but pleasant dreams. Right.
A
As
ver, varios.
on board. What do you need? You
No,
too.
No creo.
Right.
Será algo de nivel, me imagino. No. Inventario.
As we were saying. Gods, listen. I'm having a rough day and my porridge isn't sitting.
Aquí listo. Las mismas de siempre, vamos.
A breath held. Bars were not enough. Only essence sustains them now. We wonder. We did not foresee this. An equal trade. We accept.
Pues sí, claro, claro. Tú hablas y yo te escucho. Yo hablo y tú me escuchas. Así funciona. Así funciona.
A rose bush grows berries. We cannot be. We would be so old
imagínalo.
and yet
Trata.
so young. We would drink the sea air, the grass, see the world as the petals that wither beneath the snow. Vengeance denied, squandered. This cannot be. We feel not. We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around us. Wake now.
Ay, esto es una orden. Pues bueno, eso es lo que haremos. No se preocupen. De alguna forma u otra. Pero... Arriba. Ah, se rompió esto. Rápido, rápido. Presión. Oculto. Ya ver algo que estoy ignorando. Pero qué. ¿Cómo puedo quemar eso? Creo que estoy pensando de más. Creo que subir, rodear y pelear. Pero ¿cómo lo haremos? ¿Cómo? No tengo más. Veamos.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad?
Entonces el padre transformó a los papás de...
What is the meaning? It can't be real. This is an I was afraid of that. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the... Wanna know what I think?
Sí.
I think someone's... Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit.
Godlike of Sapadal. Long.
Finally.
It's not just me.
Oh my gods.
No, ahora con ellos.
How? Where would I even begin?
Giada
Fíjate.
Castel. Welcome.
Okay.
Wait,
Con plantas,
you know
con
me?
árboles.
How do you know me?
Como en Narnia se comunican
For
entre
centuries, our whispers filled the silence.
ellos.
Then we...
My mother?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the...
We heard, and Sapadal answered.
But when Sapadal speaks, the living land...
Sí.
Indeed.
What exactly happened to my parents?
Sapadal wanted to be heard. And in so doing,
Sapadal
Oh,
does not
maldición.
know the limits.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any...
after the incident, Your parents were like us, and we took pity. So we...
In the end, they thought only of you.
That's it. That's really it. I don't hold you responsible. I don't even know if I hold Sapadal responsible.
Sí, sí, no hay que aceptar la culpa.
Your god
así
has the
como así.
intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. That isn't their fault. It's simply how they came into being.
We are companions. Toys. Diversions.
I can't believe it never occurred to me. They're animats.
Animatas.
Ancient vessels help. Their design is unusual. Organic. Much like... Oh, this time your god has been making imaginary friends. It's almost too sad. Indulge me a moment. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you... What is it you want?
Not to be pedantic, but that was 4 questions.
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf.
They want to apologize.
Me siento perdón. Sí, 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 sí.
Shit. This is going to hurt. Sapadal has
Es
been
hora
trapped
de
here for
enfrentar
millennia. Alone.
Los
Confused.
demonios.
Screaming
Que
into the
los
void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreacted. How can I hold that against you?
Thank you, Chiara. And thank you.
The time has come for you to find... May the living lands receive you.
Goodbye. We need to talk about this, but not here.
Give her space, dearie. Giada will speak more when she's ready.
Pues hablemos con ella una vez, hombre. Me imagino que tenemos que regresar al campamento y hablar con nuestra amiga. Quiero, ¿no? Listo. Va a haber muchas visiones en este punto, me imagino.
All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident, and in a way, they did. But it was... Generous? Perhaps. This whole experience has me considering my family's work. Look at what my mother accomplished. Armed, when you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a No animancer can live up to that. I thought their legacy was a curse. And Of course I can. But now, one thing is certain. When it comes to animancy, I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. Now, there's so much about it I don't understand. And it's creepy, but wonderful.
Vamos a ver.
Perhaps, as long as... I believe the power flowing out of the garden. Through animancy, we could help the living lands recover. It would take a lifetime, maybe more. Then again, who am I to interfere? On the other hand, half the fun of animancy... I think I know what I want. But there are too many variables to consider.
¿Qué opino yo?
Of course
Sí.
you trust me. I'm brilliant. But we've been together
Claro.
long enough that I value your opinion.
Mientras me pagues, yo te diré todo lo que tú quieres escuchar.
I have a lot of catching up to do. So be it. Starting today, I don't have... I knew they would be. And not just because... Now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. I've only got one lifetime as Giada Cast. Hey, you helped me through...
Giada's parents would be proud. Maybe a bit worried.
Hey. On board. What do you need?
Sigue sin decirme nada este men.
If I must.
Anyway. Hey, Giada.
Algo se me debe estar pasando. Algo se me debe estar pasando, pero no veo el qué. Dice que acá tengo enemigos, pero ¿cómo puedo evitarlo? No, es que no hay nada. Ahí. Aquí había una forma. Aquí mero. Listo. Sabía que iba a poder de alguna manera. Hola. Ah. Toma. Listo. ¿Qué sé yo? Que sí podía, no será cuestión de buscarle bien.
What a massacre.
¡Pálame! No, así que todos los que vinieron a... Listo. No, puedo matar.
Give me.
Slow down, dearie.
No. Me voy a cambiar el escudo otra vez. Eso. Uno menos. Falso.
I'm almost ready.
I do last it. Esto sí no podrá crear nada. Crearon para derrotar a los guardianes de Zapadal, perdón. Tenemos con algún hierba, madera o un código. No podría como que interferir con su vida. Tratar de detenerlo.
Who's next? Anyone?
Listo. Voy a perder el camino.
Isn't that Tama's cave?
This room, it looks just like Tama's.
Okay.
Tama, I dealt with this. What is this, Envoy? This is your...
What got it?
Before we visited his memorial, yes. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring. I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense? That's the problem. I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. He was in pain, but trying to hide. I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him. He's almost as... I'm not. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. But now that I see him, it's like he's... You're right. It's like you said. For the longest, I was afraid to... Now I see I was just holding on to something that... Better than I could have said it. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in them. So whatever comes next, now let's go find this god of yours and end it. When we reach them, true enough. Let's end this. I'll follow your lead, as always.
Esto es todo, Calamardo. Esto es todo. ¿Qué más? Necesito que un camarada me siga así. Mira, estos son los psicólogos. Vámonos. Vámonos. Voy a tomar esto sí por las dudas. Listo, ahí está, ahora sí. Está fuerte. Parece hay algo acá. Ok. Las puertas se abren contando 3 generadores. Es como... Oh, rayos. Gracias. ¿Dónde estás? La reside nos cambió la peluda. Veamos. Ahí está, excelente. Aquí. 3 generadores. Aquí hay uno.
Charge it up. Just a little spark.
Aquí hay otro.
A little power goes a long way.
Creo que el otro debe estar ahí también, pero no lo puedo. Una cabecilla, ¿no? No sé si puedo abrir algo acá. Ahora lo puedo avanzar a... Tratamos de perder de abrir todo el show. A ver, vamos allá arriba. Segundo piso así. No, ahí está. Ah, excelente.
That's done.
Gracias. Aquí está.
Charge it up.
Ah, qué buena onda.
Goes a
Abre la
long way.
puerta de acá abajo. Vamos, ¿qué tiene? Bueno, algo es algo. Digamos. Pero me gusta ir un poquito del lado contrario de los mapas porque puedes encontrar cosas que no te marcan o atajos para atacar. No, 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 no. Tanto drift. Oh, ya ves, cosa, güey.
Sea Earth is in its heyday, in its full splendor.
I should have brought...
What has the it threatens our heart. Hurry.
Así es. ¡Vámonos! Venga.
On your left here.
Para atrás.
Couldn't have done it better.
On your right here.
Ah, caray. ¿Qué show? Excelente. ¿Dónde está? Aquí está. Glitchado. Aprovechen.
I was worried for a second.
No, tú te preocupes. Mientras estemos para no hacer nada.
We were here all the yesterday. Nothing grows, nothing dies. Here or beyond, we cannot. We feel no spark of the Tibar. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone, still wings. They took it. A tide of souls, thrown upon the wheel. Now our memory, they came suddenly. The stillness of night split by grinding steel. We should have heard a warning on the breeze. First, they blinded us. Then, they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Akita screamed. A means to it. We saw a terrible design in the road. They had carved a path to the temple. Prune the branch, 3 grow in its place. We persisted. We were everywhere. How could they cull the wind? How could they? Then, they turned to... They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze. Blossom torn from the stem. The Akita howled. They died. We cried out. We broke the earth. Called down the storm. But they marched on. Our flailing smothered the cries. Were they theirs? They raised machines. We tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then... nothing. Not death. Worse. We reached out. We could not feel the new day's sun. The cities crumbled. We could not save them.
Yeah.
Extinction bought with blood. the victim. We watched helpless until... We are the lamp, the bond. The wound numbs now. In the silence of our prison, how many voices lost? How many we sink into the end? Fish swims in circles. We are not sure we understand. We cannot choose where seeds fall. The soil stirs. You opened the fight. You stand at a cliff now. We twine together.
Pasiva, tu salud se regenera constantemente cuando estás por debajo del 50%.
You asked for it.
¿Otro?
Under my...
Ah, caray. A medida que avanzan puntos importantes. Vamos. Vamos, último.
Come on, come on!
Atrás. Todo. Atrás. Ah. No voy a hacer esta vamos, ahí está. Cara. Bueno, Vamos arriba. Cabra. No. Eso. Vamos. Oh, shit. Ah. Arriba. No me salió ningún arco único. Tal vez nos faltaron hacer más misiones secundarias o algo. Tengo ya un sarcófago, espero poder utilizarlo. Granadas de hierro. Pues bueno. Creo que tengo que regresar. Hola, men.
Someone's eager to meet us. Gather round. Down here. Siempre he sido muy malo con el parry. Ni en Dark Souls me sale muy bien.
Bravo! No time to waste. We need to find your god.
This place feels familiar. Hurry, let's go inside.
Es donde te encontraste, donde te enamoraste del
This,
maestro.
this is the library from my dreams. This looks like the Akita building this place. Clearly they wanted their story preserved, no matter the cost. There it smells. This is just like... I've seen this place before. In my dreams. Halloween's envoy. I never told you this, but I've dreamed. This is a godless. It's why I study the godless. Because this place, and that's the chair. It's the. I do love your idea of hiding out, envoy. Finally, you've arrived. Ah, there it smells. That took 10 years off my life. Wait. You must be the librarian. Oh, though. You...
The resemblance is uncanny.
Es tu hija.
It has been quite some
tu
time.
hija.
Too many years to know. Of course. You are an ancestor? No, child. We are the keeper of these tablets. Or have you... Oh, of course. I was you in a past life. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives...
Few can bear the mental and spiritual strain of an awakening.
Oh, darling, you know how I get around all the metaphysical talk.
That's why I'm here.
I am... was the last of the Akita. Once the attacks started, a few of us were charged. So we retreated with as much... The attacks? You must mean... the Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've... heard... Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity. They tried to butcher every No. For some reason, Wodigan beliefs didn't really take off here, envoy. But how did the Magfolk reach you in here? They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered and the screeching. That's the screeching I heard in my dream, envoy. I knew I recognized it when we Once it was gone, there was nothing left. So I decided on another way. One that... Poison. Well, at least you washed it down with some good wine.
Okay.
It really speaks to her dedication. Yatsley, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty. Someone must tell the story of the... I'm already an expert. Oh, think about it, Yatsley. You have been trained... I couldn't ask for a better successor. But that was your... Yatsley, if you... The stories of the Akita will turn to dust, just as the burned queen wanted all along. This is odd.
Ah,
That apprenticeship is more than... A chosen of Sapadal. Yet you do not stand with your people. Disappointing. Our time is at an end,
es un
Yatsley.
golpe bajo.
It's time for me to go. Oh, did you mean for all your buildings to look so phallic? You must keep Yatsley alive. So this is goodbye. I wish we could have. Choose well, Yatsley. She's gone. Forgive me, envoy, but I...
Ay, ahora tengo... Caray. Mejor hablo de una vez. bueno, ni Pepe. Tendremos que dar un rodeadero.
Oh, Envoy. I don't think I have. I think I just need to say some things out loud. It's just... We have a god and an empire, both vying for our attention. I was already unsure what to do, and now a third option appears like the world's worst. But... it makes sense. It explains why I knew the language, why I felt...
Bueno, sí.
It's not an answer I would have expected, but... well, honestly, I feel more... no matter what happens, even if my... I think...
Congratulations, Yardsley. Now...
no matter what, I've always known exactly what I... But this is the first time I've had more... What do you think? I ask because I want your advice. What do you...
Oh, Dios.
You're right. It's the one area... seems it's about... Thank you, Envoy. Finally picking a destination makes the journey... Oh. But I am not looking forward to telling Quick...
He'll understand. You're happy.
Well, come on. We've
Ya
bigger
son,
things
ya
to
es
deal
viejo.
with.
No,
Literally, in
no le cabemos
Sabadon's
tiempo de
case. Much as I'm loath to relinquish the spotlight. And Envoy...
So those
Ahora sí,
green
Maris.
people in the... What do you need? Not before I've done some reading.
Bueno,
Right.
vamos.
As we were saying.
I see the disciple has found his way.
No.
Oh.
We know this voice, this presence.
I culled your rot from this land
¿Quién o
I
qué eres?
am Mordecai, the Oathbinder. I speak for the gods of all. You question our...
Out. Out. Her voice.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your... Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with? Apparently, I must. Do you think you're spirit? Do you believe you can hold... when even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling... Who else would have the strength?
It is true. She twists the knife. The sea.
In time, the gods felt the wreck. Its madness would consume us all. Chaos is a blight. A pity that it's followed. Of course, the poor gods. We could not excise the rot.
Entonces ella fue la culpable que cayeran todas las civilizaciones que separan Java.
You dare claim the domain? Mind your tongue.
Why does our prison not protect us?
Listen to its tantrum. Adir is the only thing holding... The answer is obvious to those with the curse. You are here now. There's still time to face your false god and end. Very well, but I will not stand by and watch. You should have thought more carefully. Let this be a...
I never thought I'd learn of the Godless's fate from their killer.
That's it. From now on, I pray to no god.
Wow. Que serán enojadas. Esto.
Yaxley, well done.
No, esto, ya ves. Vamos.
Look at that thing move. Wish there was time to study it before it kills us. Yaxley, look out!
Take things.
What is that? I know that place, right?
Ah, Dios.
Oh, no. No. Why is this? They're dead. Like, it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. What I am now is much better than what I was becoming then.
I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again? Right.
You know where we
Pues,
are.
amigo.
This is my map. How much of this do you remember?
We dealt with Rosvon.
I have as much closure as I'm going to get. I am...
Were you always such a blessed ape pup?
Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very...
I have what I needed.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind, even when we were children, you kept me alive. First by me. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more.
I know. And
No. No, lo
You've
primero.
always done everything you could to survive.
so... What?
Sí.
I can't say I loved that part.
We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now.
If I... I see it too. You've come a long way from that scared boy who refused to...
That was you, Nimdut. Look at my feet. Shoes. Kamayu.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god.
Well, it was... good to see you, Viate. Even with all this.
Take care of my little friend, Envoy. He needs you more than he'll say.
Claro, sin problema, para eso soy. Soy el... Ah, caray. Sin problema, te lo dije, soy el psicólogo del grupo. Ah, si algo soy es bueno en ayudar a mis compañeros, hombre. Soy el Didi de este mundo.
I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people. I think it did. You really did seem at peace, right? I owe a lot of that to you, Envoy. You helped me be someone who could... I will say, it's not really what I You're in a good place, then. Strange seems to follow you like death. It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I don't know. Maybe the unexpected isn't so bad after all. Yeah, quick note. If you tell any... Thanks for talking.
Listo, vámonos. Vamos arriba. No. ¿Quieto? No, no, hombre, no puede ser. Las únicas veces que he muerto en este juego han sido por mi propia mano. Por caídas. Ay, caray. Listo. Ay. Vamos. Se mueve el personaje un poco más raro en tercera persona. Okay.
Charge it up. The power goes a long way. Just a little spark. Charge it up.
Pero antes de pasar para allá. ¿Qué es aquí donde estaba Tama? Ah. ¿Qué? Vámonos.
Just a little spark.
Quietos. De arriba, eso. Se derrotea. La biblioteca.
Just a little scar. Power goes a long way. Absolutely not. Charge it up. Just a little scar.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink.
Right. This seems like a perfect...
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a...
Sounds like you're nervous.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways.
I feel it as well. It is only more... I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Truthfully, I didn't come all this way searching for my own answer. Now, it's like we're close to something. So am I. None of us could have gotten this far on our own.
Oh, you don't have to. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Now that we're here, I'm eager to see this through. Nothing worse than holding your
Se me dio calamardo.
Same. I'd rather have good company in a prison than paradise alone.
Had a feeling you might ask. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but we are in the weirdest... I'm completely baffled. When haven't I been lately?
Well, I won't lie to you. It's not every day that you learn that you're the last hope to carry. Never literally talked to myself before either. I think I annoyed her. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in. Thank you, dearie. And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly... We'll be fine. I guess...
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
You're very resilient. Under different but we all know better. You're strong enough to survive anything.
That actually made sense to me.
I'll take that as a compliment.
How about you, Envoy? No, you tease.
Well, when we first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I
igual que
saw
en
how
mi
you handled
trabajo.
that dream thrall there. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you hunted your own killer. It takes a hard head or a thick skull to face something that almost ended.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you...
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor. And when they burned my home, you gave me another one. A thing I'll never forget.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporlings. You got my prize.
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
Me siento tan orgulloso de todos ustedes, muchachos. Yo los hice.
Quite a lot, as it turns out.
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living land's...
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the living lands?
That doesn't mean it's Giada's scary story.
I thought my stories were...
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
Pues sí.
Right. We could all use some beauty rest. We'll want to look our best. Sleep well, my friends.
Veamos. Tengo que los totem. Okay. Ah, olvídate.
Mari.
Okay. Ah, pero no. Ah, coral de cueva. No, no era negra. Esto. Cama de madera negra. Ajá. De madera negra, ¿eh? No, de todos modos. Rama de marea. Rama de madera negra.
How are you feeling?
I'm alright. Good to see an old friend. You know?
That's saying goodbye, that's the hard part.
You can talk to us.
Vamos a guardar porque no soy libre de, de glitches y...
Marius.
Wow.
Safe to assume that the large glowing door is part of Sapadal's prison. Now, we'll just have to get past it.
Oh boy.
Zapadal's prison, I think. What else could it be? Time to shut it down forever.
I think we've found Sapadal's home.
That's it. The heart of the garden. Zapadal's cage.
Yep. Oh. Yo sigo aferrado que esos ratos son los que te quedan todo el virus. Cuidado, esparcirlo. Hola, amigo.
Someone's eager to meet us.
Ahora estoy leyendo. Vamos, aprovecha el bug.
Careful with that thing. As a mind that I'm rooting for the skeletons.
Rayos. No. Nuestra misión es otra.
Let's finish this.
Bueno. No quería hacer nada, pero bien. Veamos.
Come on! Come on! We're almost ready. On your left!
Right of me!
Another soul for the wheel.
Comida. Aquí está. Voy.
That hit the spot. Watch your right.
Time for payback!
Gather up.
Watch your right! Let's take things.
Este que son fuertes. Permítame tantito, muchachos. Listo, perdón. Ya volví. Ahora sí, ¿dónde estamos? Vamos. Ya quedé primero. No, se quedó glitchado.
That was a close one.
Basta. Ah.
I let you have that one.
Me gustó lo de valor. Voy a jugar de bloquear, a bloquear. Listo. Estoy tan acostumbrado a volver a ver otra vez mis intros.
You have come. You are so small. We question. Then steps. A voice. Through armies and... We were everywhere once. In everything. We wish it could have been. But the other gods imprisoned us. But you are here now. There is little time. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire. The fist of her wolves defile the city on the shore. We blink, dazed. The people's cries ring in our ear. She pierces us now. Now, we will... A spark. Wait. The essence. You can reach her. Will the garden... A mountain of essence. We were everything. We could run, leap in the water. We want nothing. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow. We trust you. You met death, and you sought vengeance. Could not trust. You taught us trust. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity. Do you think we have learned? We deserve more than this. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? The beautiful thing. We asked what he would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said? More than any, treat us as you would the bear. Clean up. Grant. The time has end our pain and give us peace.
Eso se trata.
Send, clear the fog. Tear down the gate. We were so blind, so lost. We feel we will grow. We will remember you.
A la Coria. Oh, Dios, ¿qué pasó? Ah, sí, recuerdo cuando me despertaba así. Oh, Dios. Es como subirse al metro por primera vez.
Andra's depths. Are we back in Dawnshore?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it.
Looks like the war already started. And the giant...
Marius, vines don't usually...
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone... Welcome to the living.
Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of...
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives...
Look at this place. Feels like we're still... Those are more of your people's ships in the harbor. And steel Garrote banners past the barricades.
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps we get to see an up...
I think I see Elia as well.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
If he didn't start this himself.
The steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time.
Before we go, what happened back there?
I'm not sure. That's...
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. Time will tell.
After all this time, they're free.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god.
A lot of things have gone right. It's what's gone...
We march on still. We run, but we are not yet.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm...
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening.
No, con todo. Oh, tengo otro punto. No es el escudo, hombre. Listo. Ah, no, era para ocultar esto.
Sansa, how did you make it out here?
Guy! They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. I just ran.
Easy. You're here now.
Envoy, what does the Garrote... What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag everywhere? They broke some glass. They didn't think.
Right now?
If you're looking for survivors.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. I am... On the very...
We should move.
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I took some supplies when I ran. I'll even give you a discount.
Vamos a ver qué tienes, mi amigo. ¿No tengo dinero? Agárrame. ¿Quién sabe qué le haber pasado? No, mascota de destreza.
A familiar face. We meet again. And you, Yardsley.
Oh, yes.
Paradise burns. Thanks to Ludwine and the Steel Garrote.
She must have come back to life.
It's remarkable how hard you mortals fight for causes that... Still, I do think the world has been A tsunami inevitably rejoins the ocean as simple water. The analogy. It is indeed. I'll admit, I owe... Now we're back to simple mortal drop. Perhaps. A new god being set loose on the world. Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've...
No manches,
Ah, that mortal zeal. Always so... I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. Mortal comforts are so very adorable. Goodbye.
Claro que sí.
And Yardsley, I do look...
Yes, of course. No pressure, Envoy. Just the fate of everyone, right in your hands.
Claro. Después.
I hope you... Do we even know what we're doing here?
Envoy.
It's good to see a familiar...
My revenants were just getting comfortable in Thirdborn. When the steel guard... When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this... Likewise, I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the steel garrote breach our defense. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. But my revenants are docile again. No more rude Indeed. The metaphysical current. Best of luck out there. Giata, where have you been?
Where haven't I been? I journeyed
Pues vamos.
I hope you know what you're doing.
What a mess. The fighting has to stop.
We know you. Did you help us? Fidelio sang for us. We must help him. How's Casagrada?
As prepared as 11.
Who knows?
Eso explica por qué cuando la maté no encontré su armadura ni sus...
The envoy. Is that you? Envoy, how did you... Where did you... You just appeared. Once word about Paradis reached us, we were allowed to go. But listen to me rambling. Forgive me, envoy. As much as you can. I'm for us. I'd just like for us to live lives that are free. It's going to be up to you, envoy. I know.
A ver, ¿qué pasó?
So, here we... If the garden didn't kill us, metaphysically, the battle is already over. But politically, we have a... I intend to send a message to the Steel Garrote. Anyway, who knows what tomorrow will bring. So let... Get some rest then. Besides, I need to tinker on the Don't stay. What's on?
A ver.
For you.
Ya sé.
You too.
¿Otro más?
We should take a moment to acknowledge you liberated the god of the living lands. That's quite... I admire you. If not for you, Sapadal would still be pacing, which means you have leverage over a god. That's a lot of responsibility. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or... Anytime. Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter... You're too kind. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go, until... If I must.
Listo. Ahora Maris.
There you are, on. Right. Just one more fight. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? I mean, this is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls... You have a lot to do. I just need to survive and make sure you... Anyway, you should get some rest. Talk to you later, envoy.
Listo, vámonos.
Things moved fast while we were in the garden.
Envoy?
Well, Kostya told us he went into some place called the Garden.
When you didn't come out, we assumed you were there.
What did you see there?
The origin of the Dream Scourge?
Everyone, please, please. We could... It's been weeks and...
Finally. If there was a campaign to deliver a cure,
Because you were too busy huffing the ambassador's gases.
how safe is it looking now?
Warden Commander, look around you. Is this...
We believe the Dream Scourge was a malady of...
Dígalo, que digan, no van a creer.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge.
But the plague isn't over. Dream Thrall's...
There won't be any new infections. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going...
I suppose it stands to reason. What of this god, then?
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradis?
Un poco de esto, un poco de aquello.
Nakutedek was raven with those things.
We saw similar destruction at Nakuku Bell. If these... And the gods thought it best to imprison this god?
For now. Who's to say that...
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal. We'll...
Sapadal's power ravaged my people.
Nandru never spoke of Sapadal, and I believe it...
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we... But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. Inquisitor Ludwine has already joined the battle. She must have traveled. You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure. She's seen better days.
Ludwine's plowed through the militia like a knife through warm butter.
All right, let's keep the similes.
Yeah.
Regrettably, she's not in the business of making... So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so...
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest... I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it.
Oh, good.
It is not, You might not believe me, but I did... It was Ludwine who...
I didn't hear an answer.
She and her steel garrote laid siege to the city. Well, we can't agree on how to stand against the steel garrote, nor who should lead the
Nobody wants to risk their people at the front.
So you let the Paradis
Even if our meager forces should make it inside,
the siege won't end until Ludwine does.
Precisely. The lawful settlement of a new Adiran, or the establishment. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. I suspect that's rather the point. If they remember, she has an obligation to Wodica, and neither the Steel Garrote nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
We've had no news from inside. From what we can observe, Southern Paradis is in pieces.
Is there nothing our
given the state of our supply route after the Dream Scourge, and we expect the people trapped inside will run short of fresh food and clean...
We brought as many Hail and Able from Thirdborn as would come. But after the Dream Scourge and our losses from that, we could spare so few.
The Wardens largely survived the keep's destruction. My men are salvaging what they can from the rubble. Medicine. They will march to Paradis as soon as they can. But I fear they will...
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is, why didn't you stop her?
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the...
Sure. Just blame the dead woman.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping...
You could start with blaming your own... Why are you treating him with kid gloves when Paradis
Enough. I've heard your concerns. We cannot... The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adir that she's... One people, one law, one...
Ah, faltó uno.
The Inquisitor answers only in attacking Paradis. She has dragged us all. I've answered your questions. Now, Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors. What will his representatives find when they arrive? And before you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. But whatever you decide, understand the days of the frontier. Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest. Think of the Emperor. Ones which this conclave could not survive. Not unless you came together, and it would be difficult. No, impossible. Think of your people, all of you. Think of the...
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing. Setting up... We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for...
We were fine before Adir came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before...
Rest into bounty. Does the winter... Many fruits on our back. We graft. Many...
Envoy, be rational. I can't trust these people to keep my warden's best interests at heart when they're looking...
It's a nice idea, but consider the costs. But the people of Thirdborn have friends in the...
With the Envoy's support, we'd have a god in our pocket. What could the Empire together? It would be the...
Of course.
Ya sé lo que me gustaría hacer. Ya sé por lo que voy.
You can't be serious. You'd stand with the steel grip.
No. Don't tell me you're...
Don't do this. But I won't
No. If you do this, you better say goodbye.
I thought you were smart.
The living lands will...
How many lot?
No.
No. Creo que yo quería pelear en contra, no a favor de ella.
Trust is a...
No.
Well, don't leave me in... A fine
The Wardens of Sol.
To brisk trade.
A grave rim, then, if we must. And God's willing.
I do not trust your empire to show restraint in its control of the living.
We can worry about the future when it comes. This is...
Right. Might as well go ahead and start designing those rebel flags sooner rather...
Good. We'll have perhaps a whole week of peace before the yoke starts chafing.
I will do my level best to convince the Emperor to accept it. That leaves the matter of Ludwig and the Steel Garrote. You must kill her, or we will lose...
Whatever happens to the living lands, at least I can kill...
She better say her goodbye.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy.
Let's get to work then. Get a walking...
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Thank you for deserving it. Now, go and teach this...
Good luck, Envoy.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim... May all the gods...
Let's take back the city. Whatever happens tomorrow.
Let's go free it.
Ay, Dios. Creo que es como un pueblo vasallo.
You should get some sleep. Right. Things feel different. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but putting my life on the line for someone else's cause... You helped me through some rough Saka, Envoy. Your cause became my cause at that point. We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradise until the... It's fine. Really. Right. Careful. I'll be all right, Envoy. You go get some rest.
Can't sleep? We're going into battle for the soul of your Emperor. Indeed, when a godlike fights in battle, the Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even... This is the first time you were told to pick a side. All we ask in return is that you do the same. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. When he promises you the world, don't listen. I'm glad we understand each other. Time for you to get some rest. In truth, I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Ludwig is held together by... Faith is the foundation of her reality. But according to her faith, Sapadal should not exist. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. By staying alive, you are the godlike of a heretical god. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again. Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want...
Muy bien.
Not before I've done some reading. I can't wait to get the steel girl.
Vamos a terminar el juego por fin. Eliminamos a todos los ciudadanos.
Another glorious battle.
Hola. Nada personal, chaparrito. Nada personal. Hola.
Coming from the left.
Carajo. Muerde. Oh, vienen todos.
That's it. Well done.
lootear, 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 lootear. Vamos.
Come on.
Au, tengo el madrazo.
Don't worry about the eastern gate. I'll protect you.
We'll be lucky to make it out of here alive.
For our freedom!
That's what?
What are you doing?
Ahorita hablamos.
When you do it.
Parta.
I thought you left town weeks ago. About time. You're the only one Ludwig will listen to. Not from us, that's for sure. You ask me? They've been planning. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can... Why should I? It's always worked. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garota. Well, you're here.
You should go now, while the fighting's died down.
Can you not hear the screaming outside?
She's right. We can't go now. Then when? Should we wait till the road set this far alight?
right there.
Envoy, watch your left!
Vale, pero...
Couldn't have done it better. Out quickly.
Envoy over here. What exactly do you... You nearly died in my clinic. Correction, you did die. And what have you got to... Well, at least you're alive. We're patching up folks as best we can, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You're damn lucky to be one of those few. I can't say I approve of you leaping into the fray, but... Wait a second. Jada? Jada?
Surviving. It's good to see you. Do you need anything?
Once this is over, I could always use another pair of hands.
Thank you, but I've decided... Can you manage with...
Are you kidding? Besides, I've got Chico on bandage duty. I just wanted you to know there's a place here whenever you want. Gods be with you, Envoy. For my sake, try not to die a second.
Come on. You know this. You practiced with Uncle Cape for 100 times. Tight, but not too tight. You don't want to cut off the blood flow. Godlike! Paradise could use your help.
Pues claro que sí, tú tranquilo.
Just go. I've got the plaza.
The fighting has to stop. We'll be lucky to make it out of here alive.
Do we even know what we're doing here?
Wodeca demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Let's pay Ludwig one final visit, shall we?
Vamos a guardar. Por si las dudas.
Let's make sure she stays dead this time. Right, dearie?
There you are.
So, did you come all this way just to try your luck again?
Good.
Así es.
The battle over the... Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He failed.
Her order wields sharp steel.
Cállate y ponte en guardia.
Farewell. There's no coming back this time.
You won't be.
Once I'm done, you're gone.
We are every seed in the soil. We will always grow.
Ah. Claro que sí.
Whoa! Queen among queens! Send me your aid!
Even Wodica is done with you, Lucy.
Ah, caray.
Gather round!
Huevona,
Enjoy the pain, dears.
Under my protection! Come on! Come on! Again! Wodica! Help me! One last time! Wasn't wrong!
Todo para Ay, caray.
Careful, to the left! Wasn't wrong!
Comida.
Wasn't wrong! Wodica! Where are you? No! Don't abandon me now!
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done. But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by... The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happened, you take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores. The dream scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond. With your guidance, the Living Lands becomes a vassal of the Adiran Empire. In exchange for their taxes and soldiers, the free settlements are protected. The rebels of Paradis are not so fortunate. Over the years, more of their hidden sanctuaries are rooted out by the Emperor's soldiers. Until they have nowhere left to run, they flee or perish. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership, the ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. Though Adir has promised that the Living Lands will retain their autonomy, not everyone in Shatterscarp trusts the Empire. But many Adiran ships sail into the Grave Room's ports, bearing fine linens. There is rubble where Solace once stood, and the Pargrunen must now confront the consequences of their isolationism. Though the rest of the Living Lands do not ostracize the dwarves, Kostia discovers that they have few friends among the kith they once shunned. And during the negotiations with Adir, the Empire asks for the first time in many years, Kai feels an agreeable restlessness. Not to flee, not to drift, but to venture. He visits the distant shores Tama told him about, and savors the modern marvels, ancient wonders, and breathtaking expanses he beholds. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the Living Lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, unable to pass up the opportunity, Yatsley takes her place beside Reengrim. Under the tutelage of the Archmage of Terror, Yatsley sees her own power grow beyond her wildest expectations. But Reengrim is a strict master, and the visits to Quilichis, freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sapadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people. Sapadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys. Newly embodied, they roam the Living Lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch...
Pues... otro juego más terminado. La verdad... Ay, ¿qué les puedo decir? No, bueno, les diré la verdad. Avowed. Creo que es un juego que nomás si tienes la oportunidad y lo ponen en Game Pass o te lo presta alguien, es un juego que debes jugar al menos creo que una vez para quitarte la duda de cómo es. Pero realmente el juego no es tan bueno como decían todo. Este juego recuerdo que lo vi hace mucho su tráiler junto con el externo. Sí, mira. Hasta ahí se quedó. Creo que sí se merece todas las cosas malas que le dicen. Todas las críticas que le han hecho sí están acertadas. Me encontré muchas espadas, muchas armaduras y todo, pero al final nomás me lo pasé con la misma, casi con las espadas del inicio, con la misma armadura. Pues bueno, esto fue Avowed, espero que les haya gustado y pues nos vemos en el siguiente juego. Igual se los subiré en YouTube, no olviden pasar ahí a mi canal, dejar su like y su comentario. Más terminado. Nos vemos en nuestra siguiente aventura. Adiós.